music.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. What a day it's been around Baton Rouge, around the state of Louisiana. Thank you all for being here. When I tell y'all they are mad in these people's streets, let them be mad. 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 It's going to be okay. I think I figured out a way, too, on how to brick the brains of any Ole Miss troll. Call them Tink Tink. I don't know why, but they can't respond to Tink Tink. You can just tell them, hey, Tink Tink, it's okay. You'll understand. Don't have to go back and forth. It's all right, Tink Tink, keep crying. It's okay, Tink Tink. Just be sad. It's all right, Tink Tink. It's okay. Be mad. It's okay, Tink Tink. Oh, poor Will Tink Tink got their feelings hurt. Sucks. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. Normal guy is in here first, of course. Jamie's in here third. Dakota, my guy's in here. Alex, what's going on? How you doing? Hal Jubin joining live. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for being here, man. Life is good. Will Wade wins again. Let them all cry. LSU is just winning all the way around the board, right? Dakota says it's a great day to be a Tiger fan. Franco Nation, I want you to know I saw your message underneath the stream last night. Definitely said a prayer for you this morning, man. My guy Franco Nation lost his baby kitten this morning. He said he got ran over. So definitely keep Franco and his family in y'all prayers as they are dealing with the loss of their furry little loved one. So please keep them up, man. Definitely a sad, sad day. Hal Jubin says, screw Ole Miss. Yeah, kind of with you on that one, Hal. You're not lying, bro. Steven Young says, I'll be here as long as I can. Got some overnight work to do. Steven, make sure you get your rest, man. Thank you so much for tapping in. I definitely appreciate it. At least you are not late, like seriously. So, what's good, Jay? What's going on, man? Everybody praying up for Franco. Tiger Mark is in the chat as well. Prayers up for Franco. So LSU has done it again. From the time I left the press conference until the moment I made it, not even all the way home, I want to say, let me see where I was when I got this message. It was 2:55, so I was about Laplace, because it was the heavens had opened up on me as I was heading back from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, and I was about at Laplace, hadn't quite crossed the Bonnie Carey yet. And prayers up to the people on the Bonnie Carey. They had an 18-wheeler that flipped over on the opposite side westbound. So prayers out to that driver, his family, and anybody who may have been involved in that accident. Definitely praying for you guys. I pray for y'all on the interstate. Want to make sure we shout that out again. But here we are. As I was sitting down with Buddy Saundry. Shout out to my guy, my mentor, Buddy. Chance, I'm gonna text you here in a second. Don't think I didn't forget. It's just been a busy moment from the time I woke up and said go. We were sitting down and we were talking. I said, I wonder how long it's gonna take for them to announce Zxavian Harris. And Buddy said, AP, I don't know if they're gonna get the big man from Ole Miss. He was the one that was talking. I said, look, Buddy, one thing Lane Kiffin has stressed is the depth along this defensive tackle room. He didn't talk about that for them not to have a valuable D tackle available and him not go get him. Well, around 2:55, I got a text message saying, holy shit, AP, you were right. Because the news had broke that Zxavian Harris had committed to LSU. LSU's done it again. Another pro, former Saint player, Zxavian Harris, is now committed to LSU after having previously played his college ball at Ole Miss. We all know who Zxavian Harris is, 6'8", 330-pound player who had 9 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 3 passes defended, an interception, a field goal block, long arms, giant of a man that's going to be able to step in and plug and play in the middle of your defensive line. That is Zxavian Harris. LSU is flipping NFL players right now. Flipping NFL players right now. And man, what a wild day it's been. What's going on, Tiger Mark? D. Will said is in here with the countdown: 11 days, 22 hours, 9 minutes until boot meets ball in Death Valley. Chance Babin says another crazy sports day, football, Luis, and the Koval news. Yeah, the Koval news is very disheartening. A lot of personal reasons going on over there. Apparently her father is fighting in the Ukrainian war too. So, definitely going to pray for her and her family, man. Definitely a lot of things going on. Jay says, LOL, people are putting Lane in the middle like he's doing something illegal. LOL, he's just exposing how flawed the system is. Every coach is trying to find a way to get better. Chad, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Chad says, Ole Miss don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house. That's been my entire point. I had somebody try to argue with me on Twitter this morning saying, man, how can you compare Dae'Quan Wright going to LSU to the offensive lineman that went back to Texas? They are not the same. Excuse me? Was he not at the Dallas Cowboys rookie minicamp? Well, he was at a minicamp. He never made a roster. Okay. Dae'Quan Wright didn't make an NFL regular season roster. Your player wasn't good enough to make an NFL preseason roster. Either way it goes, we're talking about 2 players who are competing to make roster spots in the NFL. They are literally remotely the same. Like, that's stupid. Then I had other fans Ole Miss fans trying to argue, well, you can't compare this to Trinidad Chambliss. Oh, really? I can't? Did Trinidad Chambliss run out of eligibility and had to step foot into a courtroom, sit on a witness stand, and testify as to why he should be playing college football? I believe he did. Therefore, these 2 are remotely the same, because if you have to step into a courtroom, you shouldn't have to be playing. It's just that simple. Now, Ole Miss fans who thought that they were going to be getting their players back are waking up and finding out a real lesson. They don't care about you. It wasn't never about you. It was only about the money. You're a sugar daddy. And not even a good one at that. You trick off. But like they say, it's not tricking if you got it. But you don't really have it. You just running off somebody else's swag. You clout chasing. Everything that you have is established off of something else that's no longer there. It is what it is. It's good though. Because now you get to make your own wave. Let's see if you can sustain it. Jamie says, one day closer. Franco says, thank you, guys. It'll take a little bit. However, she is in a way better home than what I could ever give. Exactly right. Steven Young says, my entire Twitter feed today was full of blue and red colors, screaming and crying like the baby back. They are, yes. Franco Nation says, I need kickoff more than ever. Don't we all, brother? Don't we all? Shout out to everybody flooding the chat right now. Takamar says, can you please explain to me the difference between what's going on at LSU and what Ole Miss has been allowed to do in bringing back the baseball players? Please explain to me in the chat, please. There is no difference. Will Furness is playing for Ole Miss because of this exact same flaw. They would have been excited for Zxavian Harris to be playing at Ole Miss. As a matter of fact, the guy who runs the Rebel Viewpoint Twitter account, who is a Mississippi State grad, which is crazy. It's like sleeping with your cousin almost. He retweeted the post originally and said, "Welcome back, Zxavian Harris. The D-line room is already stacked," when the court case was already filed. Surprise, surprise, he welcomed back Zxavian Harris to the LSU Tigers. There is no difference. They're just mad because we got their coach and we're still in their better available players at this moment. That's it. Gary Domino says, "Did you hear the sarcasm when Matt Ego Moscona asked if he could have 2 questions as well?" I was sitting right next to Matt, directly to his right, literally. Heard it, felt it, saw it. It was. And it says, "Good evening, AP and fellow TAT family." I don't know about TAF. Tiger Athletic Foundation family. That's what you're shouting out? Shout out to TAF. Manning Man says, "How about Chambliss being in his 6th year? How about Chambliss being 24 years older? How about Chambliss being older than the players that are actually coming back from the pros? Isn't that a wild dichotomy to make? Like, think about that. That justification is crazy. Yes, give me the player who's been in college for 6 years and is 24 years old. Don't want the players who have only played for 4 years and are actually younger." Miss Gona said she got 2 questions. Yeah, no. While I was on a media group asking the same damn question and kept getting the exact same answer, I was shaking my head like I thought they were smarter than that. Didn't even ask football questions. I promise you, I was ready to move on. I was. I had some more, and I wanted to talk about this mock week game setup that Lane Kiffin has going for the team. Oh, wait, y'all didn't hear about that? Yeah, like the team is going through an actual simulated game week. They're going to stay in the hotel rooms and everything this weekend. They're going to go through an actual game on Saturday night to get ready for next week. It's elite. I wanted to talk about that. D. Will says, "Some of the media need to ask Lane better questions." 4 people ask the same thing. 4, 5. Franco Nation said, "Except AP and Buddy." Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to think of things that y'all want to know. I wanted to kind of keep it a little on time and task, but I wanted to definitely talk about, like that stuff and get those answers. Dakota says, "Good evening to you, Aunt Saints," and Chad, whatever, says, "Trinidad Chambliss and Ole Miss took it way further. So you're right, Ole Miss, it's not the same." True. Texas Tech was going to start a man who was suspended by the NCAA and gambled on his own games and received an injunction if the Big 12 didn't step in. Ain't that crazy? Chan said, "Jock too." Tiger Mark says, I don't even think Wright played 1 down in preseason, did he?" And they talk bad about Harris, talking about he's 50 pounds overweight. They only talk bad about the players that they didn't get. It's okay. Let them. I thought I was missing something. I thought I was missing someone. Thank you, Chance. Yeah. Texas Tech was the villain for a while. Then LSU said, "Hold my beer." Exactly. And I love it. Embrace it. This is your Thanos season. I absolutely love it. We as a culture within this state, when you tell us we can't do something, that's when we thrive the most. When our backs are against the wall, that's when we shine the brightest. Right now, people are saying, "You shouldn't be able to do this. You can't do this." Don't be surprised if they make a run this year, y'all. They're gearing up for it. This is going to be one of the best teams ever assembled. And says, "RJ Lewis update, injunction has been granted. He is clear to play." Chad says, "Jackson State, Texas, the UCLA have all done the same thing as LSU. We can expect to see the same thing happen with many more programs in the next week. We just figured it out first." Ryan Day has come out today and said, "Yeah, I would be doing a disservice to Ohio State if I didn't explore this." I love Lane Kiffin's approach, and shout out to all of y'all who watched the press conference. He just owned it because it is what it is. My job as the coach is to assemble the best possible team to bring to y'all to win games. That means within the rules that are set before me, I need to explore all the best possible players, because if I don't go get them, we will play against them. like I said last night, I said over the weekend, doesn't it feel better to be a have than a have not? Doesn't it feel better to be in the game than to be watching the game? You're playing the game now. These are the rules that the game has set before us. So let's run it. Let's run the game. And it says Tom Mars, literally Trinidad's lawyer said, and I quote, moving from the Browns to LSU is a transfer. Thank you. Is a transfer under any university's admission policies, much less an intra-conference transfer. Didn't I say the same thing before he made that statement? I'm not a lawyer, nor am I a law clerk, nor am I getting my law degree. And I still able to figure that out. Chance Babin, the real problem is Max Johnson. All the smoke people have for TJ Finley, don't nobody want to give Max Johnson nothing. Because, brother, being named the starting quarterback at Georgia Southern would have been a problem if your 30-year-old behind wouldn't have been. Like, what are you doing? You were the successor. The predecessor to Jaden. Like, at some point, just catch a clipboard and stand on the sideline. Become a coach, man. You got that. Garrett says, if the SEC, Greg Sankey blocked this. However, will Lane go after other players outside the SEC? They're going to go to court. The SEC is going to have to prove in court how this is an intra-conference transfer when these players left those schools. The only thing needed to be done was their names be formally entered into the NCAA transfer portal. They were no longer at those schools, though. They weren't enrolled. They weren't taking classes. They weren't participating in any team activities. They're legally able to transfer. It's them's the breaks. And you think a Louisiana judge is gonna block that? We are 11 days away from kickoff. We are 11 days away from kickoff. They're not about to block that. Coach Kiffin is gathering in Infinity Storms and preparing for the snap, says Manic Man. Exactly. This is your Thanos era. This is your Thanos era. Unk is in the chat. Unk says, let's go, fam. Hal says, at Saints, he got the waiver. Talking about RJ Luis. So now your men's basketball program is stacked. Your football roster's loaded. Your basketball roster's loaded. Your baseball roster's loaded. Only bad thing that we've had so far that's gone on this offseason, we lost Kate Koval. Prayers up for Kate. Is it worth it? Yes. Yes. King Daniel says, I'm still waiting like Jodeci for Old Piss to be relevant. That's so funny. Unk said that Chance Babin, hold my beer. Unk about to get ready to hit the road, y'all. Unk about to be here for that good old celebration of life for our Skip Burtman. Franco Nation says, we Old Piss the whole that beer as we want and gave Texas Tech a B slap from hell. We told Old Piss to hold that beer, I guess. And says, my bad, AP. I didn't mean to step on your toes. Now I think about it. I do remember co-tweeting it. My days lately have been on the giant cluster. You know it, everything. Yes, brother. It's all good. It's all good, bro. Like, it is all good. Like, bro, it's shout out to Nick. Ronnie James is going to be the piggy. We don't want him. We don't want Ronnie. Hell, LeBron didn't want Bronny. That's why he went to Philly. Max Johnson played in the last coaching year of Coach O, Jimbo, and Mac Brown. Isn't that a wild stat? Shout out Chance. I heard that too. The final years of of Coach O, the final year of Jimbo, and the final year of Mac Brown. That is a curse. That is a curse. Unc says, "How? What is the Luis situation? Unc be like P. slipping in here late. Unc was tied up with a special person on a phone call. The highlight of my day for sure. Okay, Unc, what kind of special person you all here on the phone with? Huh? Huh? What special person you out on the phone with now, Unc? What you trying to tell the chat now, Unc? Who you tiptoeing with? I see you, Unc." Franco Nation says using the microphone to type, having hand issues. I got you, brother. All good, man. Just want to make sure I'm not getting you confused. D-Will says Lane started working on this when the 5 for 5 was announced. Absolutely. And says, I had old Piss fans telling me DUI wasn't going to go after players. I happened to read an old Piss media report from Carrot Top saying they were defiant, entertaining the idea. So they were definitely entertaining the idea. Yeah, like, man, look, you have to. It's easy to stand on the moral high ground when your team can't get the players that they're going after. You can't compete right now. That's fine. Go the moment they go get a player that was part of this draft class, the melt will be religious. What up, Chef? Thank you for tapping in, man. Chance says Glasscock probably needs a lot of credit. Yes, he does. He does. And says, okay, if y'all haven't given Charles and AP a follow at Believe in LSU. Believe. Not Bleachers. Believe in LSU. Thank you so much for that, Ant, because I definitely forgot to promote that just. Me and Charles did a live episode this afternoon. It was absolutely hella fun. So please make sure y'all go tap in to Believe in LSU and Believe in college football. We and Charles are going to be coming to y'all twice a week. Looking forward to that. We got a great guest lineup. And Manny Man says, I'm still not used to hearing Glasscock, at least not with Billy at the front of it. You're not used to hearing. I'm not used to saying it. So got some great guests lined up for Believe in LSU Pod. We also have some fantastic guests lined up for us this week. So today we're going to kind of react to the news of the day, obviously. And then tomorrow we're going to get into our Clemson prep. But Wednesday night, we got Shea Dixon of On 3 joining us. Bang. And then, yeah, you can drop the link in here. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can drop the link. And then Thursday, my guy Buddy Saunders is going to be joining us. Now, Buddy's not going to be on the live stream. I'm going to call Buddy old-fashioned. We're going to talk to Buddy on the phone. We're going to do like how some of these other podcasters do and throw the phone up to the microphone. Franco Nation says, Steve Willis saying we should vote LSU out the SEC. Doesn't realize if we go to the Big 12, we be in the playoffs every year. Franco Nation, I don't even want to talk about that. Like, first of all, the SEC will vote out Ole Miss before they ever would even entertain the thought of voting out LSU. The mere mention of saying, hey, vote out LSU from Ole Miss will cause the SEC to vote out Ole Miss. That's one. Two, we would never leave the SEC. It's a conference that we've helped establish and carry the water. We don't duck smoke. We are smoke. Never forget that. Never. And says Charles is an LSU legend. We need to cherish him while he is here. Absolutely. I love Charles. That's my guy, man. Chance says, I found the Believe show late today. Next time I want to tell Charles a quick story. Absolutely. Come on in. Chad says Steve Willis will be crying about LSU until he retires. It's how he gets his clicks, y'all. And I really want to know, like, how do y'all go watch that? How do y'all watch that? How do y'all sit through that? That's a new form of hate watching. Chance says LSU is getting tons of free advertisement this week. Yes. Tiger Mark says, hey, Texas Tech expected to land former Boston College. And yes, Thomas Castellanos. And watch, you won't hear a damn thing from the media about it. You're going to hear some talk about it. But everybody, like, once this happened, everybody knew Thomas Castellanos was going to Texas Tech. We talked about it the other night. Like, Will Hammond was supposed to be the guy, right? That's what they were telling us. Will Hammond was supposed to be the guy. Will Hammond, who tore his ACL. Yeah, but he was really, really good. Okay, so if he's really, really good, why are you going to get Thomas Castellanos? Franco Nation saying, I was just saying I believe the lights are on, but no one is home up in Stephen Willis. Somebody's home. They're just not all that wrapped up to today. I'm getting tired of the clickbait material. I told CP about himself today. You're going to get blocked. They're going to start blocking you. They're going to start blocking you, man. Look, they're going to clickbait, y'all. Like, you can't get mad at it. It's about it's really about getting traffic. That's their jobs, right? Like, they have to get the traffic up. They have to run the numbers up. That's what they do. And it's unfortunate. At the end of the day, like, just report the news and go on without that. But you don't need to do all that. That's really, really sad. That's really, really. Oh man. Buddy, Chan says Castellanos gonna get paid, and Babin says, "What's going on, Babin? Thank you for tapping in, man. Definitely appreciate it. Them boys really had the FBI sweeping for bugs. Yes, they really had the FBI sweeping for bugs. My thing is this: if you got the FBI running through your stuff, why'd you let the coaching staff back in? If it's that much of a concern, why'd you let them back in? Don't let them in. Don't let them in." And says, yeah, about that Ole Miss bench snitching. Yeah, Lane the boogeyman, absolutely. Tiger Mark says, I know our Tigers don't play this Saturday, but it's week 0. Will you be having any type of call-in show this Saturday? Nope. Last Saturday off. Not doing it. I'm sitting back and enjoying football on this Saturday free. Franco Nation says, why did Ole Piss do that? Because they are who they are. Snitches get stitches and often are found in ditches. You know the saying. Steve Young says, so taxpayer money went to help satisfy as Ole Miss delusion? No, Dakota says, what's up, Babin? And Chance said, Pete claimed one of the players' dad is an FBI in the local area. Okay. But you still had to go get them to come in. Look, at the end of the day, here's the objective reality of things. This roster is loaded. There's no other way around it. The roster was already good. Now you filled in 2 major key positions of depth: interior defensive line and tight end. And I'm going to be honest with you, they ain't done. Roster size concerns, don't worry about it. Money spent, NIL money, they're going to make it work. Don't worry about it. You got the coach. Trust the coach. If the coach is all in on this team, so should we be. And then here's the intriguing thing about it too. These additions aren't just guys who've been out of it for a while. Like Zxavian Harris is coming off of an injury. So his training camp wasn't necessarily a true training camp. He's going to have a ramp-up period. But Dae'Quan Wright was just practicing this week. potentially adding a Jack Pyburn. That's a guy who's making plays in the NFL right now. So it's not like you need a training session to ramp these guys up. They're walking off a field right back into yours. They're there. No need to be concerned with where their conditioning is, where their mentality is. They're locked in on playing and getting in and getting it done. This team is really good. They were good last week. And in an unprecedented situation, they got better in August by being able to make additions. Let's talk about Zxavian Harris because I love this addition, man. I really do. Here's the guy that's going to have to come in and kind of learn Blake Baker's defense. But his role is going to be simple. Playing interior defensive line. He doesn't have to worry about coverage drops. His is going to be stunt signals. Okay. 6'8", 330-pound run-plugging nose tackle? Yeah. Sign me up. You can't teach that. You put him in a rotation with Rich Anderson, Deuce Gerals, Don McKinley, who's coming on now, Malik Blockton, and Stephilian Green. You've got a 6-man rotation in the middle. That's how Alabama used to pummel us because they kept those guys fresh. And now you're going to have that. That is what helps generates a pass rush. When you can get pressure in the middle, collapse the pocket from inside out, get those tackles to turn, get a little bit more antsy trying to work upfield because they know that guards are getting collapsed, sets the whole defense up for success. It is absolutely special that LSU was able to get Zxavian Harris here and be a part of this roster. Now, I know that there are some people who are concerned, will this even happen? How's it going to go? What about the court cases? Look, everything is being done at a state level. RJ Luis got his injunction because of it happening in a state court. The NCAA is going to have to come into Louisiana and fight a judge in Louisiana over LSU. Everybody knew when Trinidad Chambers had his court case in Mississippi how it was going to turn out. You think it's going to turn out against LSU in the state of Louisiana? I think not. So, Zxavian Harris being added to this team, this defense just got better. The defense was already really, 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 really damn. Now imagine just how multiple Blake Baker can be. Think about this for a second. You could feature a 5-man front. You could put Big Zxavian over the center, Rich and Deuce, or Rich and Dom over the guards, Prince and Dylan outside the tackles. Or you can rotate those two interior tackles and put Deuce and Malik Blockton. Or Stephilian Green over the middle with Zxavian and Rich over the guards. My brothers and sisters, they're about to take us to church. This defense is going to be a religious experience. And I can't wait. P. Lee is in the chat, my dog. Tired emoji. Slipping in lane. My dog got them 6 half days he about to start putting together. Shout out P. Lee, man. Let's go get my guy P. Lee an energy drink, man. We got to get P. Lee an energy drink out here in these people's streets. Let's get to some of these comments right quick. And says, I'm from NOLA. How I can't know it? The rules of snitches get stitches and wind up in ditches. Franco Nation says, paranoid, much opus. What are you afraid of? Them finding out that you sucked too late for that? Yeah, pretty much. Tiger Mark says, man, I was channel surfing and found you and Alexander the Great trying to hide from me, but I found y'all and immediately subscribed. No, Tiger Mark, we were not trying to hide from you at all, man. We were hoping that you found us. That's why we were wide open in the public. D. Will says the new additions will be ready for the second half of the season. I think some of them will be ready for game 1. Chad says, 2025 breaking story, Lane Kiffin builds the most successful program in Ole Miss history. 2026 headlines. Ole Miss calls FBI to ensure Lane Kiffin doesn't steal Ole Miss football secrets. Another breaking news headline. Lane Kiffin is Ole Miss's football secret. And it says, I read something about walk-ins and graduates don't count towards the 105 or something like that. I read the same thing too. I want to double check that. But even if that's the case, you still got like maybe 2 more roster spots. So we got to do a little bit more, like research on that. And to be honest, we got Lane Kiffin. I don't care. Trust the coach. Trust the coach. Lane setting us up to just not win now. He's setting up for a dynasty run. Exactly. Manic Man says, and they know the system, which is great. Absolutely. Chef, Terrence Mount Cody. Unk says, Tiger Mark 225, that AP and Charles Alexander, the great duo, is the best duo in LSU sports, and it's not even close. Yeah, you're right, Unk. Let them know. Tiger Mark says, so tell me this. What guys will lose their roster spots? Can't lie, you have to feel sorry for those guys. Been there all fall camp to lose their spot if it happens like that. I would. It would be very disheartening, heartbreaking, but this is kind of the game that you play when you want to get treated like a pro. NFL cut days are on August 31st. That's the same thing is going to be true for college football cut days. Chance Babbitt says, AP, what are your thoughts on a D tackle that is that tall at 6'8"? Great. Just stay low. Keep his pad levels low. I mean, you know that the height is going to be a thing, but if his technique is fine, he'll be dominant. That wingspan, that height in the passing lane is something that you cannot teach. But what you can teach is somebody to be athletic enough to play underneath their hips and play smaller than they are 6'8". You don't want to play at 6'8". Let's get down to 6'4". Be eye to eye with a guard or a tackle, right? Chef says we could run a real 5-2-3-4 type. Yes. Makes you multiple, Chef. That's how Georgia wins. They rotate big guys in and out constantly. Yes, thank you, American Patriot. You're absolutely right. That not we seeing it. Tiger Mark, Stevie O says Tiger Mark, there's still one under the limit with walk-ons and other grandfather players. Yes. The Honey Badger had 1 more year eligibility, says Franco Nation. Can he be cornerback depth piece? No, let him just come help recruit and be a cornerback coach. LSU is the state of Louisiana, says Jamie says they are ready to play 100 for sure, says Chef. Tiger Mark says, yeah, I ran across it kind of late, but I was able to review some of it. Great show as always. I had the opportunity to do about 3 podcasts with Mr. Alexander myself. Piercy says, hey, yo, phrasing. I don't even remember what I phrased. Unk says, my dog Peely is in the back row late. And Peely says, ironically, the company I work for sells Alani and Celsius. well, my brother, you need to get you a couple. Chan says, hit the like button. Yes. Let's stop for a second. Do me three free favors. Hit the like button. Turn on your notifications. And make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the subscribe button. And says, AP, I think you need to post a daily schedule so we can keep up. I have notifications set, but still don't get them on time. I'll share that with you. Tiger Mark says, man, it's so much hate out here on Lane Kiffin and LSU. It's unreal. I heard an Alabama asshole say that LSU will no longer be a state school. You can tell he's an Alabama fan. And says, what day is Shea appearing? That would be Wednesday at 8:15. Wednesday at 8:15. American Patriot. If we can stop the running game down the middle, Weeks and Daugherty can run while stopping running quarterback. Do you see why this is all coming together? This is all coming together. It's a beautiful thing to see, y'all. It's a beautiful thing to see. Franco Nation says, hit that like button, guys. Press the like button, please. Hey, Nick, I know you're down there doing your thing. Make sure we hit that like button. I didn't hit the like button my damn self. Let me go hit the like button. How about I do it, right? Got to practice what I preach. Let me go and hit the like button for us as well. So now we got Zxavian Harris. And then we got Dae'Quan Wright. Dae'Quan Wright is a pivotal piece of this offense, man. This is what opens, and I asked Charles Alexander the question too. What adding another tight end like this could do for the offense? One that can block, but putting a defense into 12 personnel. That's a situation where if they treat the 12 personnel with multiple linebackers and then you split them out wide, you can throw, you can run with the quarterback. It opens up your entire offense in multiple ways. And then you gotta question yourself as a defense. How do I want to cover Trey'Dez Green? Do you want to put a linebacker on Trey'Dez Green? Do you want to put a corner on Trey'Dez Green? You got to pick your poison. The only person that can stop Trey'Dez Green is Trey'Dez Green. Now, I will say throughout camp, Trey'Dez has been having some issues with dropping the football a little bit. It has been a little noticeable. But I also think that as the season goes on, that's going to turn itself around. Trey'Dez is a mismatch. And they just paired him with the tight end that's going to prevent him from having to do the things that he's not really the best at. This offense has weapons, y'all. Let me give y'all some of the notes that we had to deal. We got from from fall camp, just so y'all can understand. Let's see. Scrolling through some of the notes I was getting. So first of all, let's highlight the kicker. Starzik made field goals over 50 yards, 2 of them. One that was over 55 yards that was told it would have been good from over 60. And Lane lost his ever-loving mind when the kick went through. So Starzik has a leg. Levitt looked flawless at one point. Hit Watkins on a 30-yard touchdown. Hit Tredash Green for a 20-yard seam route. The defense was dominant to start, but then chipped away. Levitt's feet are special, and his arm and accuracy were things that people were not prepared to see how good they were. LZ was also really good with the second group and will push in to getting some reps on game days. This offense is good. This offense is really damn good. And I want y'all to understand that the defense has this offense struggling. That means that the defense is really damn good too. And then today and yesterday, your defense and your offense got better. And they're not done. Jamie says, I've got an early morning, so good night, y'all. Good night, Jamie. Thank you for being here. Make sure you get your rest, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Please. And they got better. They got better. Lane loves taking advantages of mismatches across the field. Just who he is. I cannot tell you how excited I'm going to be, and I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of mad all this happened after we can no longer have access to practice. They couldn't have done this just one more week sooner, because I would have loved to see Dae'Quan Wright working with the tight ends of Sam Levitt. Oh, man. I would have loved to see Zxavian Harris over there lining up next to Rich, Deuce, Dom, Prince Will, Lamar. Oh, man. I would have loved to have seen it. But this team just got better, y'all. And I had 2 questions left in the tank that I want to ask Lane about. One of them was going to be about coming off the fall camp. And if this team, and with any additions that he could make, what confidence he had going into what he perceived would be his final roster. You know, kind of giving him the room to not divulge the players he's going into, but kind of including what he's expecting to add to this roster. I wanted to really hear him kind of explain that. Didn't get an opportunity next time. I was sad about it. Because they're not done adding. And with a team as talented as this, I fully expect that the offense will be behind the defense. The defense is going to come out smoking. But the offense is going to pick up steam as the season goes along. Lane even said as much as in the press conference earlier today that the offense for Ole Miss didn't hit their stride until the later parts of the season. Thank God, that's when they needed it, because the defense started giving up ungodly sums of points. Which let that defense come out how they finished out last year. Let them come out in the first 2 weeks, they're going to get popped. This team is far better today than where they were in the spring. And honestly, this team on Monday probably be worse than what they're going to be on Saturday. Just think about that for a week, for a second. Ann says, thank you. Your content be contenting. Content be contenting. That's all I want y'all to understand. Tiger Mark says, don't just hit the like button. Be a part of the show. Comment and subscribe. I did. Yes, sir, Tiger Mark. That's what I'm talking about. This is helping me with my day. God bless, man. Absolutely. That's what we want, man. Peely, Unc, P-Mac bound tomorrow night. LOL, Mike. Yes. Always Franco, AP, Tiger, Nick, and Lur Fam is the best pick me up, Absolutely. That's because of y'all, man. Y'all are here. Our chat fam, yes. Best pick me up known to mod. Yes. If Harris is slightly overweight, he should be a rotational piece for us anyway. He played over 600 plays last year, says Chance Babin. Totally agree. I don't expect Zxavian Harris to come in and dominate all these plays, and he shouldn't. You have talent in the defensive line room. You just needed another piece to make sure that everything would be fine if one of the guys goes down. This gives you this is the most talent you've had in your defensive line, in your interior defensive line room since 2019, maybe. Good Lord. Yeah. Yeah, since 2019. This is it. So this is going to be fun to watch. Tiger Mark says, man, if just half the world could become close like we are on this podcast, the world would be in a much better place right now. Don't y'all think? Absolutely, bro. That's my whole point. That's why we're doing this, one day at a time. Dewo says the offense is all about finding mismatches. Exactly. Franco Nation says we don't have for sure number 1 and 2 guy at wide receiver right now, though. That doesn't matter. Those guys, if you don't have that guy now, those guys typically emerge as the season goes on. So one will become the guy. So don't worry about that. Unc says, go damn Tigers. Tiger Mark, that's great. You are on with Charles. That's something to be proud of. American Patriot says, use that 6'8 dude as a fullback and let the running back run behind him. Who's going to stop us? Exactly. He made a 28, 52, and 57-yard field goal. He was 3 for 3 on the day, talking about Starzik in the fall scrimmage. And Chef says Sam knows who the number 1 wide receiver is. Yeah, it's going to be the guy who's getting open and making the plays. Franco Nation says, just watch the film guy. He tells you his accuracy and other crazy details of Sam. Now, look, film guy is really good. And I'm telling you right now, Sam's completion percentage is going to increase this season. A lot. Manning Man says we also have to keep in mind during camp that Blake Baker has been one of the only defensive coordinators in the country that can slow down Lane and Weiss's offense. I literally just said the same thing on Big Fave's podcast and radio show right before I came on stream. Did a spot with him. And I literally made the same argument. Ole Miss only scored 24 points on us last season. We lost 24-19. You think Pete Golden's going to hold this offense to 24 points? Ann says, good night, Jamie. Unc says, good night, Jamie. Franco says, good night, Jamie. Tiger Mark says, man, if half the world come together, united by a podcast where we keep God first, just think how much better the world would be. Exactly, man. Who came in here with a roll tide? I saw that as I slipped on the scroll. Antoine, what's going on, man? Saying, roll tide. Yeah. Didn't come to argue, just wanted to listen. No, look, none of that. No, congratulations on y'all naming Keelan Russell as the starter. Dude is an absolute dynamite quarterback. Loved him at Duncanville. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to Keelan. Hope he has a good season, just not when y'all come here on November 7th. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Let's see. I want to get back to this because I missed something up here. Let me see. Where was I? Yeah. Franco says Sam can be getting tackled and still throw the ball 20 yards downfield accurately. Thank you. Sam Levitt is really special. And a lot of people are going to try to convince you that he's erratic and he makes mistakes. Guys, quarterback that has less than 10 interceptions in his career going to his third season is not erratic. 60% completion percentage is there because he ain't had nobody to throw to. I guarantee you his completion percentage will sit somewhere between 63 and 65% this season. Sam's going to be really good. Manic Man, it's always hard to decipher when one side of the ball is doing well during camp, if they're just really good or if the other side is just bad. I think it's safe to say both sides are really good. And that's how you look at days. If one day the defense is up, the next day the offense is up, then there's balance. And that's what you want. You want there to be balance. No one side of the ball should be dominating every day. For instance, in 2023, we kept hearing reports about, man, these receivers are so good. I mean, they're really elite. Man, these receivers are just dominating every day. Man, this offensive line is really good. If you keep hearing one side of the ball constantly dominating and overwhelming the other side, then that means the other side of the ball is really bad. You mean to tell me you can't win one practice, one rep? That's really, really bad. Antoine says, Greg Sankey is having a meeting in Birmingham tomorrow about players coming back to college from the NFL. I think the SEC are about to make their own rules, LOL. Yeah, it's kind of late for that. Sorry. So we'll see how it goes. Shout out to my beautiful wife from Facebook. Let's go LSU. Ole Miss can kick rocks. You're right about that, beautiful. Always can. Mason, Jefferson, Wingo were elite. Yeah, but Mason got hurt. And when Mason got hurt, it really hit the depth of the room. And that's why I say this is the deepest that the room has been, because that's only 3. I just named you 6. And don't forget, even the season after Mason came back from that ACL injury, Wingo got hurt. So it was up and down. Manic Man says, Antoine, GTFP, STD, you're in for a rude awakening. You're nothing without saving Jit. No, we're not gonna trash talk my dog. He understands what it's hitting for. We're not gonna say that road stuff either. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Shout out from Nick to my wife. AP, all the big bodies on D-line. Who do you see being used in goal line packages? Ooh. All right. So peeking through the fence. This is what I can tell you I saw from the last day of practice. In red zone and in close, it was Deuce and Dom, Prince, and Dylan Carpenter. Dylan Carpenter is starting to take first-team reps over Jordan Ross. This might be a wake-up situation. We are. Now, same thing can be said for Don McKinley as well. You also saw Big Rich rotate in, Philly Green rotate in, and then Malik Blockton got some action too. Deuce Charles is going to be your starting defensive tackle. Now with the addition of Zxavian Harris in goal line situations, like inside the 5, like from 7 yards in, I mean, you could go Zxavian Harris, Stephilian Green. It depends on what type of goal line package you want to run. If they're coming out heavy, run heavy, I'm going 3 interior defensive linemen. I'm going Steph, Xavian, and Deuce for pad level, or Steph, or Rich, Xavian, and Stephilian or Malik. It can be a mixture. So it just depends on what the offensive scheme is looking like in that moment. Shout out to my wife again from her YouTube. Let's go LSU. Ole Miss can kick rocks. Keep pushing it, babe. I love it. He meant to say roll tears. Yes, thank you. I couldn't get it out. Thank you. And Antoine says, thank you. Tiger Mark, I just said the other day, and I stand on it, pick your poison with Wright and Green on the field at the same time, and shame on the players thinking Wright has to learn the system. Anybody who thinks that Wright has to learn the system is really, really goofy. ASU had Jay Brown, however, like he did at the Saints practice, he got hurt. You mean Jordan Tyson. That's why I said he didn't have anybody to throw to. Every time Toy comes into the chat, I say, it's not howdy. It's hey. What kind of white boy Friday are you watching, Nick? Hey, Mrs. Parker. That's it. And I'm the only one who can say that. I'm the only one who can finish the line. Franco says a lot. So, and his O-line was awful. I watched the film and film guide. Yes, like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like his O-line was terrible. Didn't have anybody to block for him. Didn't have anybody to throw to. Like he's good. Shout out to D. Will. D. Will said Mason Jefferson and Wingo also had Matt House as a DC, SMH. Manic Man, I deleted the comment. I felt bad after he said he ain't here to argue. I'm just hostile towards them Bama folks. It's how I was raised. Look, not gonna lie. When I first saw the roll in the chat, it caught my eye. I flashed. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I get it, but we're not gonna do that. You know, like let's have fun, let's talk trash a little bit, but at the end of the day, we want to welcome everybody in. Like we want this to be an environment where all fan bases can come in. We got our guy Go Canes that taps in every now and again. We got Antoine that just tapped in. We got our guy CLS Junior who taps in, who's a Florida fan. We want everybody to be able to come in here and just have some fun and just kick it for a second. Tiger Mark says people are saying that Wright has to learn the system. How crazy. And he literally just played under Lane at Ole Miss last year where he had almost 600 yards receiving, had over 600 yards receiving. He can have more at LSU. He's not going to have more than that. My dad had me flipping off Bama fans on vacation at 6 years old. You were raised right, sir. You were raised right. Chef said Lane might put up 70 on Ole Miss. I know he's going to go for it. That's for sure. Franco Nation says, Tiger Mark, does he need a little refresher? Probably. However, it's crazy. They don't know anything. I see what we did to A&M in 2019, what we're going to do to Ole Miss this year. That's good. Nick says, Manic, I had a 4-year-old yell Tiger bait at me one year as we were walking to the stadium. My cousin Katie never lets me forget it. It's the greatest environment ever. Tiger Mark says, at Franco Nation, right, but that just hate because he's at LSU. If he could pick up on an NFL playbook, he can catch back up quickly at LSU. Manic Man says, yes, sir, I hear that. And then it says, do you suspect those guys, D-line, being used in offensive goal line packages? I mean, wasn't Jock featured a couple times at Ole Miss? Look, I'm going to just put it to you like this. Go watch Deuce Charles in high school. He played on offense. I don't know what Lane Kiffin going to do, but I know what Deuce Charles can do with the football in his hand. Also, in some recruiting news, don't expect Jalen Brewster to announce for LSU. I got that on good authority. Franco Nation says, I hope I can find a better job so I can go to a game this year at home because I've never been. I did go to the Jerry World in 2018 and was able to go on the field. However, it's not the same as being at home, I hear. Nope. Best football experience in the absolute world is at LSU. Plain and simple. Plain and absolute simple. Look, Chance says, other than Jack, what other players or positions we might target? So, Jack being obvious, I'm thinking everything is open. I would see us go after another cornerback, especially. I think that's primarily the biggest spot. But also keep in mind too, Lane Kiffin is very offensive minded. Why do you think Dae'Quan Wright was the first NFL player to return? I wouldn't be surprised if we added a running back or another receiver. Anything is possible. But I really do see, I mean, Jack is easy, obviously, but I really can see a corner being in this group because Lane has expressed his frustration at the lack of depth at that position. So I would expect a cornerback for sure. Nick says Death Valley on a Saturday night will turn your love for college football into a worship. It's crazy. I got chills right now. I'm telling y'all, man, it's nothing like it. Franco says to start a GoFundMe. Anyone want to donate to Franco for SF Fund? LOL JK. Trust me, I'll be thinking about that myself too. How good is that South Carolina DB? I don't know. I have to look into him. I have not done my research into all these players yet. I just went into, the obvious guys. What up, C-Dub? Thank you for tapping in, bro. Thank you for being here. And the name of the DB, I have it up here. Let me go scroll back up to my list right quick. I gotta get another mouse. Mouse is really messing me up. So, remember there is Wyatt Williams too, who played DB and safety for Ole Miss, and then there is Miles Rouser and Sam Pissis, and then DQ Smith. So DQ Smith is a DB from South Carolina. I wouldn't be shocked if Wyatt Williams. I mean, it's just easy to recruit guys that you already have a familiarity with, but maybe he wants to go back to Pete. Tiger Mark asks, should we be worried about Green dropping passes in practice, and how much of that is mental and any worries or concerns that it could possibly carry over to the Clemson game? Always. You should always be concerned if you're seeing a player drop passes in practice. But I think that's something that's going to get better the more comfortable he gets with the quarterback, right? This is his first time playing with Sam. You got to get used to the sight adjustments and seeing the ball and on things like that. So I think that'll get better as time goes on. Hey, Wenzel, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. You're a Dodger fan and an LSU hater. Cool for you, man. Dexter, what's going on, man? Look, Nick, there you go. You got somebody in here, bro. Let me delete this right now. We're not encouraging that, Nicholas. C-Dub says doing good. Dexter says, how do LSU fans feel about Kiffin? He just leaves everywhere he goes, not loyal to anybody. Genuine question. We love it. If we get a championship out of it, it's worth it. We don't care about it. Nick Saban left us. We've been through it. Los Doyers. Peely. Ann says it sucks to be a Florida Gator. I just saw a shoe fly by. He was trying to type that so fast he couldn't get the E. Gator fans, man, they didn't get Kiffin have fun with Summerall. Summerall's going to be a damn good coach, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm mad that he went to Florida. Go Doyers. All right. Look, I'm not mad at the Doyers. Dakota doing good as well. Glad to hear it, man. Look, Steven says, I'll take notes on a shoe. The shoes are getting thrown. How often do you go live? I love all SEC teams besides Georgia. Appreciate it. Go live every night except for Fridays at 8:15. Thank you for being here, Dexter. And look, no hate in this chat except for, Nick being a Gator fan. That's really it. But he's flipped to being a Tiger fan now that we broke 10K. So, he's like y'all part-time lover now. Nick is my producer behind the scenes. He's the one that's making the comments in the chat underneath the show tag. Wesno, you say LSU sucks. Are you an Ole Miss fan? Wes Nolly? I don't know. What is your name? Since LSU sucks, at least tell us who you cheer for. My guy Dexter is a proud Florida Gator, repping it. We respect it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much, man. And says the shoe toss. Yes, we know it. C-Dub says, yeah, bro, I can't lie. Every time I see more in Summerall, I like him more. I'm telling you, man, Summerall, I hate the fact that he's at Florida, bro. I really do. I hate the fact that he's at Florida. I would have kind of rather he go to Ole Miss because they would have messed it up. You suck, and thank you for helping AP out, loser, because it helps him if you comment. It does. Thank you. I just want to know what team he cheers for. Tiger Mark, if you could explain to Lane Kiffin how it's going to feel running on the Tiger Stadium field week 1 versus Clemson, what would you tell him? I have no clue because I've never done it. I'm not even going to lie about that experience. I can't talk to something I haven't done. At Dexter, you have a page on Instagram I can follow. Yeah, we would support, man. Thanks, Dub. Dexter, welcome, brother. Absolutely, man. Everybody welcome in Dexter. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. Thank y'all, man. That's what we do here. We welcome everybody. No lie. We don't care who you support. Yes, this is an LSU-centric show, but this is a show about more about the community first than anything. Absolutely. It's keep coming in here. It's all family. Absolutely, man. This is what our chat is, bro. Like, thank you for being here. You will find it out real quick. And we're gonna start talking about other SEC schools as the season gets along because it's part of it. Like we talk ball. No stop, Nick will get triggered with the shoot toss PTSD. It's the one thing we can trigger him with. That's the only thing because it happened on his birthday. Just don't bark at me. Anybody who barks at people is just weird. It's just weird. You don't have to worry about that at all. I think that is the weirdest thing ever. What are you doing? Tiger Mark, how you making out today? Says C-Dub. And Nick says, shoot toss PTSD will be with me forever. And it should be. It should be. And says, Summerall goes to Ole Miss in a couple years. He ain't leaving Florida, bro. That's a step down at that because by the time they get rid of Golding, Florida's going to be on an ascension. That's a step down. I don't go to Ole Miss after reestablishing Florida as a prominent school. C-Dub says, hi, that was funny. Dexter said the shoe game still haunts me. You had a chance to go deep that year. See? That Nick is shaking his head behind the screen. Y'all did. Y'all literally threw it all away. Tiger Mark says, C-Dub, I'm making it with the help of God, man. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. I would put Harris at X, Wilson at Z, Watkins in the slot. Jace Brown can rotate, is capable of playing all 3 positions. Yes. So those are your first 3, Harris, Wilson, and Watkins. Brown is definitely going to be your 4th. Don't forget that Trey is really going to be, that other wide receiver. He's really not a tight end. So when does the dead period end in recruiting? August 31st. It's August 31st. That's when it is. It's the longest dead period ever. Franco says, go Dogs, woof, cough, cough is stupid. Yeah, it's absolutely. On my birthday, Dexter. Peely says, I wish Cole never transferred. That shoe could have been bronzed and used as a rivalry game trophy. Yes. And says they were going deep, maybe in their closet. Yes, digging for the trophy. Digging for the shoe. Oh no, bro. Sorry. Don't apologize to him. He deserved it. Let me tell you something, Dexter. What you don't know is Nick is my best friend. I called him on that day. Do I need to tell a story again, Nick? Called him and told him that y'all should win. And they didn't. It happened. See, y'all triggered our closeted friend. We're not trying to do that. I was low-key pissed when my Bengals signed Marco Wilson. Signing that idiot. Tiger Nick, the Mrs. Parker comment was the best on Friday, my man. It was. Peely, boy, get the hell out of here with that trophy. Shoot my beat. And Unc says, welcome, DK. Yeah, man. C-Dub says, what's up, Unc? Look, once again, chat's been absolutely fire. Real quick before we're gonna cut the show short a little bit tonight. And says, is the 2027 class done outside of Royal and the state DB? Are there others? There are some others. and there's a defensive tackle who's being recruited by everybody. He's going on every single visit possible known to man. Brewster's not flipping. Apparently, that's what I was told. Do you cheer for Clemson? Who is your team? And Clemson by 2 tuds. You must mean by 2 turds, because that's the name. That's where their stadium sits, by 2 turds. It's a bowl. Franco Nation, I got your back, Nick. No shoes will be thrown. I had a way to look out, Franco. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. My Nick is fist bumping in the background. I will put him on screen if he's doing some stuff tonight. Dexter says, it was so foggy that night, you still seen it go 50. Bruh, he drilled that kick. He drilled that kick. Drilled it. Talking about with the addition of Wright along with the return of Green, what LSU receiver or receivers do you think will benefit the most from playing alongside both tight ends? All of them. Every receiver, because it's going to open up the entire playbook. What up, C-Dub? Unc been in and out, but going to run it back. Clemson may not score two tuds the entire game. Exactly. Not flipping tortillas. Enjoy, kid. You're tiger bait now. Yes, exactly. Can we change the subject and talk about the Tigers, please? Truthfully, if that's a real Clemson fan, I wish he would give me some real info about the team instead of just saying with about 2 tuds. He's just an LSU hater. That's all. That's fine. Wes doesn't know Clemson. Only got 2 players that are good. However, everyone else are not. Question: does Pyburn sign with LSU? Get him off the Bucks? I don't think. I mean, look, I think LSU may lead for Pyburn, but there are going to be a lot of teams after him, and it's not going to just be LSU. There are going to be several teams after Jack. It's going to be an interesting thing to watch. If he comes, I kind of hope we get him at this point. Like, why not? Just keep collecting Infinity Stones at this point. American Patriot, Green quarterback coming into Tiger Stadium won't even score 1 touchdown. He's just talking, y'all. Not to mention, Chad Morris hasn't called a single solitary offensive play in 6 seasons. Yeah, the offensive coordinator for Clemson has not called a play in 6 years. Yeah. This damn spell check is on one tonight, boy. It's getting everybody. I think Pyburn goes to a Big Ten school, to be honest. Has Clemson announced their starting quarterback? Yes, they have. It's wait, I got it right here. Let me pull it up for you. Christopher Vizizna. That's how you pronounce it. Dexter says, I don't want him. Franco says he's a troll. C-Dub says, I don't know, Nick. I just can't picture that. LSU is going to give him the chance to get on the field immediately. Yeah. Tiger, yes, it's Trevor Lawrence. Clemson bringing back Trevor Lawrence. That'd be hilarious. What my man C-Dub says, Piper loves Whit Weeks. Hard to believe he would go elsewhere. I do too. I think it would be too. Vizizna. I was trying to pronounce it right. Vizina. Vizina. Why do I want to say Vizizna? Vizna. Christopher Vizna. There you go. No, I can. Hooked on phonics. I know I could do it. He's probably an undercover old Piss fan commenting from his auntie's basement. Maybe. Love the engagement, though. Philo is the Florida starter. Here we go. I told you. Vizina. Thank you. Vizina. Thank you. Thank you, C-Dub. Thank you. In Ball, we trust. In Ball, y'all shall burn. Thank you, P. Lee. Appreciate it. D. Kane. That's hilarious. I think Pyburn makes the team. I think college is just playing B. Tiger Stadium will be so loud. I hope someone brings a sound meter into the stadium to measure the decibels. I think they're doing that in Tiger Stadium now. They're doing it. They have been doing that in Tiger Stadium. Not being a homer or bias, but I think LSU wins 38-10. Players itching to play and Kiffin staff itching to coach them boys up. GDT. 38's too low. I see you, Tiger Mark, I see you, Tiger Nick, with the ball. Yes. All right, look. We're gonna run the damn ball. All right, y'all. Let's get on out of here. We're gonna be back tomorrow night at 8:15. We're gonna really start talking about Clemson tomorrow night, getting us ready for week 1. Wednesday night will be Shea Dixon. We're gonna talk all things recruiting. You better be glad y'all don't. I'll be back after y'all miss out on the playoffs. Oh, you an Ohio State fan? Is that what it is? Don't tell me you're an Ohio State fan. Ohio State don't want no smoke with LSU. Ohio State don't want no smoke with LSU. Get your buckhead ass on. Ohio State, man. Get your man. Go ahead, man. Buckeyes. More like bug eyes. Ohio State don't want. Ohio State can't beat Indiana. Ohio State don't want no smoke, man. Kurt Zignetti up there punking y'all. What are you talking about? Ohio State. Get that. Oh, trash state. Y'all lost to Michigan with no quarterback. You better go beat Big Blue. You can't beat Michigan. What are you talking about? OH. Like we wasn't going to catch that. Ohio State going to beat Texas? They better pray. Ohio, no. No, man. Get out of here, bro. Gutter Rich. No way Lane spends all his money on coaches and players, plus gets players out the league and not win the whole thing. I'm just saying. Can't wait for tomorrow's live stream and see everyone tomorrow night. Go Tigers. Thanks for Joe Burrow. Don't we beat y'all in natties? Yes. They don't want no smoke with LSU, man. Franklin Nation says good night. Old State trash talking, LOL, 56-24 in the playoffs. Market. Why you gonna wait that long to come back, bro? That's when you know you ducking smoke, man. It's all right, man. Oh, Gory. Oh, look, my guy, the Oregon Ducks tapping in. Let's go. LSU be lucky to win 9. Lucky, huh? Hey, look, I'm glad the Oregon Ducks are tapping into our live stream right now, y'all. I mean, at the Oregon Ducks, right? Gotta be the real Oregon Ducks. Gotta be. You know, the school that always gets invited to the wedding, but never makes it to the altar. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That Oregon Duck team, not gonna lie, uniforms be smoked. They don't mean nothing after December. Y'all are irrelevant. But no, man, I love it. Thank you for being here, though, bro. Seriously. Y'all have a good squad this year. If y'all don't make a run, and then I don't know what y'all are doing out there. Seriously, it's pretty rough. I like Texas chances badminton. Matt Flynn punked the Bucks. That's true. The OH Holy, we're going to a toilet bowl. That's hilarious. We would destroy y'all if y'all made the championship in 2019. Sorry, cussed. It's all good. It happens. Here comes a Duck fan, says Unc. Unc says lucky to win 9. And are you pushing the start time back in honor of Skip 20? Yes. I'm glad that you mentioned. I was going to mention that here in a second. But tomorrow we are going to wait until the end of the Skip Bertman celebration of life to start the stream. I have it set up for 8:15, but as that is going on, we won't start until that officially ends and cuts. Nick says, I love some Oregon football. I can't lie. That's because it's the closest thing to cheering for a winner that you get that's far away on the opposite coast. Went so 15-5 last 20 years over Michigan. Recency bias. Ooh, we struck a nerve. We struck a nerve. We done poked at it. We don't recency bias, though. What have you done for me lately? Lose to Michigan. That's what you've done. Recency bias counts, Wes. It does. It does. Gator fan here. Wish we played you guys. Hey, Brian, thank you for being here, man. Hey, shout out to the Gator fans. Y'all be tapping in, man. We definitely love it. But like my guy Chef says, LSU always put BTA on Oregon and on orange and blue. So, we love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Nick is shaking his head on the background because, it's true. My son is 17. His entire life, he knows y'all as a stepping stool program. That's it. And I'm not lying. He knows Florida be a stepping stool. Like, who is this school? What have they done? I enjoy meeting a fan of a rival school that can come in and talk and clown and be cool. These other clowns make me want to crack them upside the head. So welcome, Dexter. We appreciate it. Absolutely, man. American Patriots say Oregon is still scared of the Honey Badger. Oh, they are running. They are running from 7. They are running from 7. They are running from 7. They are running from 7, boy. Welcome, B Fish. Unc loves the high top sports boys with the champ at B Fish. Let's go. Yes, man. Absolutely love it, man. West Nell, calm down. It's just jokes. Yeah, we just in here having fun, man. They had fire uniforms and got our prize recruit because BK Woodward. Yeah, they did. I'm not gonna lie, y'all did get Dae'Quan Moore, man. That still sucks. We got DJ Pickett though. They got Dae'Quan Moore. We got DJ Pickett, so it's even. Quack quack. We can't get past the semifinals because we play cupcakes to get to the semis. Woo! I love to see Oregon play LSU this season. Can't stand Lane. Let me ask you a question. Why? You're an Oregon fan. Why do you have smoke for Lane Kiffin? What has Lane Kiffin done to you? I gotta know, like, why? LSU 3-1 Oregon against Oregon all time. Yes. B Fish says at Uncle Randy, yeah, love Shelton and Steve. LOL. No, good dudes, man, over there at High Top. I can't hate on Oregon. Haha, maybe once they actually win something, I'll have some hate in my heart. Nah, Oregon's like the nice little stepbrother. They're a nice little stepbrother. Nice little stepbrother. 9 natties to 4 and still lost to us in a natty championship. Your natty wins are irrelevant when we beat you to win one of ours. We have that over you for life. We will hold that ring over you for life. And then y'all got ran out by a true freshman running back. Huh. We finna narrow that gap, Wes. Oh, Nick. We working on that Kev Falk interviews, by the way. Just wanted to update you on that. Yeah. Yeah. Charles worked on talk to Kev in person this weekend. Kev Falk getting locked in. So yeah. Y'all stay tuned for that. Don't count that from 1975, dog. Yeah. D Kane, a real one, C-Dub. He is. My cuz played for LSU. Andy died. Oh, fire. Yes, go. Score prediction, Oregon versus LSU. I'd say 35-24 Oregon anywhere. Oregon struggled with James Madison's defense. Well, let me rephrase that. Oregon's defense struggled with James Madison's offense in that second half. And then your offense with Dante Moore and Dae'Quan Moore struggled with Indiana's defense. And LSU's defense is far better than that Indiana defense. You think y'all going to beat us by 11? You think you're going to score over 30 with this defense that we got? Well, I know you're an Oregon fan, but you must be in Cali smoking on some good Cali Kush. You got to be high as a kite right now. When Florida is rolling, you know we ain't no stepping stone. When Florida is rolling. Right now, y'all just rolling by the side of the road. When are y'all going to stop rolling and start playing? That's what I'm asking. How long did it take for Ryan Day to win one? Oof. LSU versus Ohio State head-to-head, 3 games, 1-1-1. Yeah. We ain't rolling since 08, my guy. That's my point. Because Lane ain't there. That's why he's mad at Oregon. That's why Oregon fans mad. Tennessee to USC, irrelevant. Gave Saban the glaze, got himself on the map again. Lane is a wreck. His attitude at 50-plus years old is unbearable. What do you mean he gave Saban the glaze? Like, he turned a bad Tennessee team into a winner. He took a USC team that had won, 5 games and won 9? In year one, they were literally hit with a death penalty. The administration turned on him in the recruiting things that he was trying to do at USC. And that's how he got fired. He went to Alabama and produced one of the best offenses ever. Blake Sims was a running back, made into a quarterback to throw for over 3,000 yards. He had a wide receiver with over 120 receptions and 1,600 yards in a single season, along with 2 running backs that ran the ball for a combined 1,800 yards in Derrick Henry and TJ Yeldon. What are you talking about? His attitude at 50-plus is, I don't give a damn. If I was 50-plus years old, coaching one of the biggest programs in college football, making over $13 million a year, I wouldn't give a damn either. The only thing I care about is winning. What attitude are you supposed to have? I just, like, as an Oregon fan, I just don't understand why you don't like him. That's just me. B-Fish, the Gators wrecked the Horns year last year as a perfect example. Has the utmost respect for the Gators because the head coach we had, Darth Mullen and Sunbelt Billy. Yeah, y'all had some dark years. Lane was at USC because the same reason I hated Spurrier when I was a kid, because he kicked our ass and we would always get to play him. Yeah, that's true. I'd say a distant cousin, says Manic Man. Yeah, look, I get it. P. says, I got a feeling DK won't stick around in Eugene if Gatelin Berg lives up to the hype. We also got Seton. They tried to pull a trick out of Kiffin's book, Meeting Seton. Oh, I forgot about that, Ant. Good pull there, sir. Shout out B-Fish. Ohio State going to drag Oregon. Yeah, let's get the 2 Oregon and let's get the Oregon and Ohio State fans going back and forth with each other. B-Fish, the professor, like that too, especially when Fish is drinking. Oregon says DK will be here till he goes to the league. Don't get it twisted. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Look, kid is fire. K-Falk, what? Yeah, we working on that. Nah, you ain't watch it. Did he say anywhere? He said anywhere. He said anywhere, chef. Like, he spelled it out. He said anywhere. Oregon cannot handle Death Valley. Mike would punk that silly duck. Quack. That duck would get roasted outside. That duck would get roasted outside. Real talk. We hunt ducks down here in the South, baby boy. Ducks fly south for the winter. Bring that ass down south if you want to. Well, bro, you sure seem to got that wheel in your back, because guess what? I'm not worried about nobody that's irrelevant and who is a wreck. When y'all were paying players and now everyone pays players and the SEC can't win a damn thing. You cheer for Ohio State. Didn't you just try to flex 9 natties over 4? But you didn't beat us for your natty. That's all I want you to know. JMU game was over at half. Yeah, that's true. It's true. What about the Indiana game? When was that one over? Oh, okay. I mean, we got our ring. What happened when LSU played Oregon last time? Okay. We made it to the playoffs. And we haven't lost. I'm just saying. Y'all can change up all them uniforms that y'all want, but y'all don't have a championship level uniform. Just different. Unc said that would be the greatest 2 running backs in LSU history on the same show, talking about Kev Falk and Charles Alexander. Yes, it would. Why Ole Piss and OSU fans always bring up natties from the dinosaur age? Only count what you have witnessed. It's their flex, man. It is what it is. Cool. John Summerall's a winner. He will handle that. No, look, I B-Fish. I'm telling you, man. John Summerall at Florida is hella good. Hella good. At the Oregon Duck, want to bet, says P. Lee. P. Lee got that evil smirk on his face when he said that too. I know he do. See though, for real though, when you literally have no absolutely nothing in football, you can't come talking. How raw are y'all? Dexter said Death Valley is the second hardest stadium to play at, right behind the Swamp. Nick, I'm gonna let you show your face for that one.
All right, look. I got.
You got the solo. I'm gonna give you the solo.
I got mad respect for the Swamp. I do. It ain't Tiger Stadium, bruh. Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing compares. I could go to 130,000 or whatever Michigan seats. Yeah. Penn State, Happy Valley. Oregon's got a beautiful stadium. Look, I love the Swamp. It ain't Tiger Stadium. Bro, that's college football. Like, if all these people want to talk Dallas Cowboys or the NFL and all this, yeah. No. Death Valley, I don't have words. I honestly don't have words. Like, when you just got to go. I love the Swamp. They can't do that. They cannot do that.
Sorry, bro, from your own Gator fan.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's why I knew I didn't have to.
I was there when Brandon Spikes kicked the ball in the end zone and Florida won the national championship that year. That was hype. I've felt Tiger Stadium shake. You let 110,000 people from Louisiana start drinking beer and cheering for LSU on a Saturday night. It's over, bro. They play dun, 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 dun. It's
raps. Don't even come into the game. Don't even come into the game. Don't even come in.
Let them mess around and let Boosie come out with them. It's over. Bro, that's the best college football environment ever. I got chills right now. I got goosebumps.
I got goosebumps on right now.
Boys, there ain't nothing like it. Like, if you gave me one more opportunity to see college football live, and I don't even care if Florida is playing LSU, I'm choosing Death Valley.
Thank you, Nick. That says it all right there.
You're welcome.
That says it all right there. So yeah, don't play with Death Valley again. Like I get it, like homerism and all, and I get it, but like it's literally, I'm a diehard Saints fan. Everybody knows how the pros like to brag on the Chiefs and Chiefs Stadium, the Seahawks Stadium, and even the Superdome is in the upper echelon. To hell with all of them. All of them slide when it comes to Death Valley. It's different. It's a religious experience. I'm telling you right now. Nick said it early in the chat. If you are a fan of college football, you come to Death Valley, it will turn into worship. It is a religious experience. Seriously. Lane's attitude is better than ever, says Unc. Don't y'all have a solid coach? Dex says my only problem with him is he bails out. Oh, yeah, he got to play with Saban's money before it was league or stuff roster. Yeah, it does. That's what he's supposed to do. Dude just wants to join in on the hate. Typical Oregon BS. Let him have it. Let him have it, y'all. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. LSU goes 8-4 this season. Come back here when we win 9 games, okay? Come back here when we win 9 games. Don't miss it. All right, at the Oregon Ducks. Don't miss it, because I know you're not the real Oregon Ducks. Don't miss it. Come back and we win 9 games. My God, Georgia, what's up, baby? Uh-oh. You Gator fans better watch out now. Georgia fans have entered the chat. Just don't come in here barking at people. That's all I ask. Just please don't do that. That's the only thing I ask. Just don't do that. Florida fans better watch out now. Georgia has entered the chat. All right. Oregon better watch out now. Georgia has entered the chat. Oregon talking like he 9 sheets to the wind. Fam, so take all that with a grain of salt, or as my Franco would say, with a grain of rice. Hey, Ducky, newsflash, everyone is doing it. Even y'all, you really don't do research. Try again. This chat on a Monday night just got lit when I said, I'm gonna wrap the show up. C-Dub says, I know people be trolling. I know it in my soul. Ain't no way people are serious with this stuff they say they are, man. Unk says, welcome, Georgia. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out, Georgia, man. Thank you for being here. So ask the Oregon fan if Laurie's going 8-4. Ask him what Oregon's record. If LSU's going 8-4, what Oregon's record would be. 10-2. How about the Nike NIL athletes? Oh, yeah, that is another good point, Ant. I'm glad you brought that up. Hey, Oregon. Y'all feel nice school, right? Why are you doing all this business with LSU? Why are you taking why y'all daddy money coming over here to us? I'm just shout out C-Dub, welcome in the Georgia chat. Dexter says better call Aflac. Aflac Duck is crazy work. Cass says people who hate Lane let their hatred for him blind the fact that he's an offensive genius. Yes. Manic Man says, remember when that silly duck lost his head? It was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. Yes, dumb autocorrect. It's killing everybody tonight in the chat. Y'all trying to go so fast, bro. And who that Phil Knight money couldn't sway Jordan Seaton. Believe that Indiana game was over at the first quarter. It was, man. It was, bro. It was. Oregon always lose big to the Natty with it. Right. Like, why are y'all a benchmark? Whoever baptized Oregon goes on to win the national championship. Bet. So LSU first playoff home game gonna be Oregon and Death Valley. Let that be it. Damn, man, we won 17 out of like 20 chips. Now we chop liver. Yeah, exactly. Georgia in here too. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Get the whole SEC together. Let's get all 16. The Oregon fan says LSU is going 8-4. So what will the Ducks record be? Let me guess, undefeated national champs. Yeah, right. Get the whole conference in here, says Nick. Exactly. Let's see LSU make the playoffs. Color me shocked. Brother, we did that when it was harder. Y'all getting in with the invitational. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We did it with 4 teams. We did it when it was 2 teams. We also did it when there wasn't even no teams and it was just selected. Y'all couldn't even get voted as a national championship. Like, what are you talking about? You've never won a popularity contest. And now when it comes to actually playing the game on the field, you barely scraping by with that. C-Dub. Let me guess. He gonna say they didn't want Seaton last second. Yeah, exactly. Dexter, do we really need Georgia? I mean, it's Georgia, bro. It's Georgia. It's Georgia, bro. Like, it's cool. Tell him C-Dub and says, you know what the O stands for in Oregon? It's actually 0 to symbolize the amount of natties they have. Goose egg. No. That goose egg is wild. Bro said the swamp. Here comes my man Tiger Nick. Nick, what's up, brother? This hurting Nick to say this. It's not. Nick is being real. Nick is real when it comes to Death Valley. That does not hurt. Being honest is one thing that does not hurt Nick at all. LOL, the swamp not even close. Death Valley is the only hostile at night. The swamp is noon. At noon is hostile. The swamp at noon is just stank. The swamp is a tough place to play. It is. Husky Stadium is beautiful. I hate the Huskies. It is beautiful. Or, hey, yo, entertaining live, says Oregon. Who's this who I think it is? Yes, Cam, that was. Where you been at? Been all late. Now you won't come talking. Be straight hating, period. Ain't no need to hate anyone but a rival, especially when they have a top 10 program. AP asked an Oregon fan what their record would be this year if they were in the SEC. I don't care. I'm not even gonna lie, Tiger Mark. I don't care. Like they're gonna make something up. They run the SEC, whatever. The Washington Huskies is our rival. Now, really, Washington of all the teams, they ain't no real rival. Oregon better than everyone in SEC. I told you the team Oregon still needs to pass to the Big Ten, bud. Okay. Okay. Sure, buddy. Okay. The Big Ten teams. My guy, like Jesus. I've been in Louisiana just never during football season. You got to make that happen. Hate the Huskies then and love your team. Unk doesn't hate any team except Unk shows wants to smoke Ole Miss this year. Exactly. What up, AP and chat? Just drafted my fantasy football team. Didn't get Olave. Me either, bro. I didn't get him. I didn't give him here. I didn't get him either. Love that you're still here at Ducks. Me too. Keep coming, please, please, please. Oregon says I'll come. Please, man. Like seriously, we just ain't here having fun, bro. That's all it is. We just ain't here having fun. Well, you sure fooling me, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be creeping on the SEC show. You would have found a Big Ten show to say that too. Your bark, I bite with the block. Oh, you bark and I bite with the block. Talking to the dog, to the Georgia. At Ducks be wilding and good fun. Ducks a good dude, man, for real. Was that you on the screen? Yeah, that was him. That was him. That was our producer, Nick, the fan, Cam. All these fans of different teams coming in is awesome. Exactly. That's exactly what we want, man. This is it. I love the beard, brother. You got to see his hair. Wait till we get that shit cornrowed here in a few. Dude got 4 subs repping Oregon. Hey, look, it's all good, man. 4 subs, kind of Oregon channel. Exactly. It's all good, man. It's all good. We're not judging all that. Welcome, Georgia, says Dakota. We need more screen time for Tiger Nick. Whenever he gets his stuff together, we got that. Especially during the season. Everyone jump on Oregon. Duck 6-6 at best. Dexter knows ball. Don't Gators eat ducks? We finna shock the world, Ducks. Do it in the modern era. 2019 is the modern era. The college football playoff is the modern era. We did it in 4 teams. That is modern. TikTok was around. Instagram was around. YouTube was still very prevalent as it is to this day. How much more modern do you want? Not as much changed between 2019 and now outside of we can publicly pay players. Congratulations. Everybody was doing it. It's just legal now. Cam says, cooking your shit, Oregon. Shut it. Do it when NIL is a thing, when the portal is a thing. My brother in Christ, what have we done this offseason? That's what you're afraid of. We out here flipping NFL players, my guy. You want to talk about modern era? How much more modern can you get? Lane Kiffin is out here pulling off NFL players off preseason rosters. Get out of here, man. Oh, we've done it in every era. Exactly. 2019 ain't modern. Thank you. We did, Ducky. 2019. Loving that, C-Dub. Haven't done it in the NIL era. Oh, here are those 3 letters. You sound like an Ole Miss fan right now. I want you to know that. Oregon ain't never done exactly. 2019 is before the NIL, brother. Bro, when have you done it? I'm going to wait. Y'all let me know when Oregon tells me what year they won a national championship. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm waiting. That's your heartbeat palpitating. I hear it. I hear that chest clenching. Oh shit, I did say do it in the modern era and I ain't never do it before. I'm waiting. Do you know what it looks like to have the confetti falling on your team? Do you know what it feels like to have somebody flashing up a ring after they done sealed it? Do you know what that feels like? We done it across all eras. We did it before segregation, after segregation, before the internet, and after the internet. What are you talking about? Do it in the modern era. What era have you done? I'm waiting. Find it. I'm waiting. Has he found it yet? Y'all tell me. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. Nick, show it on the screen whenever he tell me what era he's done it in. He went to go look for it. That's what happened. Chat GPT can't pull that up for him. Like I always say, Dan Lanning is a good regular season motivator. Exactly. Oregon. LSU did it with 3 head coaches. All respect to them unless they play in Florida. Exactly. Y'all have not either, Ducky. Oregon might go 8-4 this year, DK. 6-6 is a little rough, my man. Bro, so terrible. Oregon is hilarious. That doesn't mean nothing. They've been paying these cats forever. NL don't mean a thing. Let's roast this dude like we did, Nick. Oregon losing 4 games like we did, Nick. It's crazy work. Oregon losing four games is a crazy take. The swamp at is hot. Oh, the swamp at noon is hot. Okay. Yeah, it is. That's why I said it stink. Y'all want to chip in any era, then come. Because y'all don't play anybody, Oregon. How many ranked teams you play, Oregon? Well, your QB Ducky is a turnover machine, and y'all have a new OC on top of that. And says the "Hey Yo" was referencing Neck when Nick said it's over when they play that fighting song. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, Manic Man. Okay. Nah, I have beef with Ducky. Cam coming with it. AP got the whole country in here beefing. That's what I'm talking about. LOL, he's done, says Cam. And says the Big Ten schools, you mean schools like Purdue, Maryland, Michigan State? LOL. No more McDonald's pays off. LOL. And says, how at Oregon? How about winning one to start? Unk says, how many natties has Oregon won? Stan says, remember 35 minutes ago when you said you're going to end the streams early? Things escalate. I mean, took off like a rocket. Here we are, like 40 minutes now. At Oregon, I see you got to add that Nike logo to stay up. Ducky left. Thank God. Fiercely says it's so modern that the players are still playing in the NFL. Facts. Unk says, I can see Ohio State dude flexing, but old Ducks? Exactly. Tiger Mark, Ducks are so irrelevant. Tiger allowed him to swim alongside of them. Facts. Cam K, Ducky it is. Great nickname, Cam K. AP, bro, you just called it. It is an Ole Miss fan masquerading as an Oregon fan, thinking that we won't clown him as bad if he root for Oregon. Trying to tell y'all. And it says 19. Cam with the crying emoji. You be waiting a while. He left. Exactly. Cam says, Nick, wake up. Right. Move the chat forward. This is Priceless C-Dub 2025. You right. Cam, I'm here, my boy. AP got me dying. He was crying. Hey, AP, he left. He's going to try to Google and try to find an answer. That's funny. I say you can't chat GPT. I didn't even see this one. Chris says LSU's got more Nike NIL sponsorship than Oregon does. Exactly. Nick said it ain't hard to find 0. It's not, man. It's right there. Stephen Young just says Oregon. Oregon is so fire. Oregon is so fire. Forever so fire. you're gonna have to wake up early in the morning than to get to me. Unc will get seat up cooking his Unc, not you specifically, but you know what I mean exactly. Duck roasted in this chat. Yeah. He probably punched his computer crashing out. Yeah, you're right. Dex says, did someone order duck for dinner? Look, I ain't eat yet. Nah, we show fried that one. I'm afraid these boys don't know how we play down here in Louisiana. It ain't personal. It's all fun. But don't come in here trying to swag off on us. We are not Mississippi State. This is not a Missouri channel. This is not Kentucky football talk 247. All right? This ain't it. We gonna welcome you in. But the moment that you think that you got to step above us, The thing that really got me was when he said do it in the modern era. I'm sorry. How much has this phone changed since 2019? Or they added another camera? Not a lot. Not a lot at all. Facial recognition was still a thing. Cam says I joined late to keep the show going. No, you ain't joined late to keep the show going. You almost missed the show. How about that? But Ducky nickname alone is enough to enjoy Ducky. How many ducks would it take to feed a hungry group of LSU tailgaters? 1. Hey, but at least Dan Lanning gets angry on the national television. Right. We all wide awake now, says Unc. That's a fact. Dex says if you want to get different SEC fans on the same side, just bring a duck to the shade. Chef says I like to the chat. Chef says I like Dan Lanning being if we being I do too, but not in the playoff situation. Alan, Oregon is quack. I like that, Alan. Oregon is quack. Chef, me too, bro. Indiana has one more than Oregon. Ain't that sad? And then beat them on the way to get it. Dan Lanning, a top 5 coach, Chef and Ham. That's true. Lanning is a dog. He is until the playoffs come. Facts. Let's see. Hey, Oregon won a basketball natty in 1939. Show some respect. Damn, you're right. They did win that in 1939. Back when my people were still in chains and in bondage. Fuck that championship. Excuse my language. Cam K got his rally cap on for sure. Crying. Just a couple upgrades. Hamp says Ducky must forgot where Angel Liar plays now. Ooh, good pull, Hamp. You absolutely right. Laugh my ass off. True, I was watching AYS. It's all good. Watching Blake, I got you. It's all good, Cam. Unc says, yeah, you're right with the baseball reference, Hamp. Did our friend leave? I love roasted dog. Is actually facts, Ant. Peely says, if we being real, some folks ain't changed their draw since 2019. I talked to y'all about soap the other day. Unc says, Ducky dip, and who that? The Buckeye slipped away quietly too. Yeah, once all the heat turned on the Ducky, Buckeye slipped out the back door, just like they always do. Good night, fellas. Early day tomorrow. See y'all next live for sure. Dex, appreciate you, bro. All right, my G's. I'm out. Catch y'all next time. Later, C-Dub. Appreciate it. I kind of want some duck gumbo right now. Not mad at that. Cam, I did end up here too. That's what matters. You did. I'm not mad at that. At Chance, same year, Texas 8-4, won their one and only natty in 1939. All right. I said I was ending early, and here we are 2 hours later. Look, dude said I'm outnumbered in here and left, and let me exit left. Yes, exactly. So I want to thank y'all so much for jumping in, man. This was absolutely amazing. This shows how this chat unites around each other, even with the opposing fan bases, right? Like we got Florida fan base in here tag teaming on Ohio State and Oregon. Like that SEC Big Ten stuff don't mean nothing in here. Georgia jumped into the chat, right? Fire, man. It's only 10:15, says Cam. Didn't Paul Maneri beat Oregon in the regional finals his last season at Oregon? Yes. Still early, Cam K. Yeah, that was tight. Even Dexter, the Gator fan, jumped on it. Exactly. Thank you for the laughs, everyone. Exactly. SEC, it just means more, fellas. It just means more. DK ain't like that, see, though. Yeah, absolutely. So, look, tomorrow night's show is going to be set to start immediately following the celebration of life for Skip Bertman. We're going to get into our Clemson breakdown. Definitely going to respect the life of the legend himself. I will not ever step on his toes. So thank y'all so much for being here. Got a long day tomorrow. I still got to go eat a late dinner. I wanted to get some pizza too. But it ain't happening. Damn it. Love for 15 always, man. Shout out to you, Stephen Young. I know you are in the chat in and out. You got to do some overnight work, so thank you for being here. Shout out to every single one of y'all who are in this chat tonight. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Do me a favor. 3 free things. Like, subscribe, notification bells. Also, and asked this earlier, schedule 8:15 Monday through Thursday. Okay? 8:15 Monday through Thursday. This weekend will be our last weekend with no show on Saturday. All right? Say that one more time. 8:15 Monday through Thursday. No show on Friday. Saturdays on game day. Once the game goes final, that's when our call-in show starts. All right? If I'm covering the game, I will start the stream once I get to my car, and we will roll this thing all the way till I get home and switch on to the studio, which I was able to pull off on my Talk SEC show with Matt the other day. So that's something that we're going to do. That's part of the reason why we got Nick in here now managing things. So that way, once we get those rolling, he'll be able to handle the behind the scenes stuff while I'm driving, getting us back. So make sure you understand what's going on. Also, this week, tomorrow, Clemson breakdown. Wednesday, Shea Dixon at 8:15. Thursday, Buddy Saundry at 8:15. And once we finish with Buddy, we will start the call-in portion of our show. So make sure y'all are ready to roll. We're going to finish this week off strong, as this is the final week before the season starts. So we got it lined up, a full week of great entertainment, great content. And as we always say, the content is contenting. I'm also going to drop that members-only show that I was supposed to do last night. I'm going to drop that tomorrow morning. Did the emergency live last night, so that's why I didn't drop it. So I'm going to drop that tomorrow morning for the members only. If you are not a member, keep missing out. It's your choice. Best members-only content in the YouTube LSU game, bar none. Not just check it out. I stand by my product. Yes, Bud Man on Thursday. So make sure you guys got the schedule down. We are looking forward to this. It's going to be so much fun, y'all. So the members only content that's coming out tomorrow is an interview I did with Jed Collins, former Saint fullback, who was on that 2011 Saints team that lost to San Francisco in San Francisco. We talked about some good stories about his time in the NFL. We also talked LSU too, a good bit of LSU. So you're not going to want to miss this. This is literally a behind-the-scenes pro conversation. So tap in on that. Going to be very, very fun. I was only expecting to go for about 30 minutes with Jed on that interview. Ended up being an hour. Like, it was a great conversation. So make sure y'all need some Manic Man to have this shit going crazy. Can't wait. Chef says, Buddy asked Lane the question I've been waiting on someone to ask him. He's so good. Buddy is amazing, man. So glad to have the Bud Man as a mentor, bro. It's so good. And it says, I forgot that you did say that. Online and smart TVs, ESPN Plus, 9 Plus app, LSU Sports official YouTube and Facebook pages all streaming tomorrow. Yes, covering Saturday. Absolutely. So, Tiger Mark, I'm sending up prayers for you in here about 20 minutes, brother. Absolutely. So, I want to thank you all so much, man. It's absolutely been a fun, fantastic show. Like I said, I wasn't even intended to go this long, but that's what we're here for. That's what the chat be chatting, the content be content, and that's what we're gonna be doing, man. Looking forward to the rest of this week. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Gonna be a blast. Like I challenge everybody on at the end of every single show. Have you been kind today? Be kind to me. Hit the like button as you're leaving. Right? Shout out C Dub. Thank you for that reminder. Hit that like button. But have you been kind today? If you weren't kind today, if the Lord blesses you to wake up tomorrow, be kind tomorrow. It costs you nothing. It's free. You can hold the door open for somebody, smile, say good morning, say good evening. Your smile literally can change somebody's life. You want to see a difference in this world? Be that difference. Start with yourself. The best way to turn an invisible God visible is by the acts of kindness that we displayed between one another. Let's start there. So please, I challenge you, be kind tomorrow. Be kind. Thank you to every single solitary one of y'all in this chat. I love y'all so much, man. I really do. This is a true family that we're growing right now. We got over 2,500 watching on Twitter, over 2,700 watching through all platforms. Absolutely ridiculous support right now. Thank y'all so much for everything, man. This is absolutely the love and adoration I could not even imagine or dream of. And that's all because of the support that you guys keep bringing to me. So we're going to keep doing and growing this thing, man. Y'all are absolutely amazing. So thank y'all so much. And to my beautiful wife, thank you, baby. I love you. Wouldn't be able to do this without you. Your support means everything to me. Thank you. See y'all tomorrow. We out.